Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 165th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. I will say welcome to a new trading month. This is the first trading day of the month of November, the 11th month of the year. I will say that the market down here, let me start from here today. The market now have almost kind of reverse all the gain I made from the first 5 to 6 months of the year and the last few trading months. About 5 months ago, market have already lost almost all their gain, and this has made the market to become more attractive for design investors. And that's why I said whatever that's happening in the market as we speak now, do not panic any designing investor that understand the trend of a market to having a oversold, over overboard, at the same time having a bull and bear market, and also in technical analysis we have a what we call, in the fundamental we have what we call undervalue and overvalue. If you understand it, that means market has a bull time and also a correction time, which is the bear market. All these are what the phases of the market anywhere, any day, in any market, in any climate. If you understand this circle, market circle, also in the state of what economic circle, you're able to work to make informed investment decision. But today I'll tell you that the global market, after trying to rebound in the last 2 months, also closed the market. Also, some were missed for the month of October. But as we speak now, I'll tell you that the global market has opened on a positive note this morning, the first trading day of the month of November. You can see that on the strength of earnings that came from energy companies has also changed the face of the market in this matured market. And also, as don't forget that OPEC has also forecasted also that the global oil demand will likely also to increase, or to jump by almost to 10 to 15%. And this earnings now coming from the oil sector as we speak now, so as kind of England and others confident in the midst of all this increasing economic headwind around the globe and also down here in the local market. But don't forget that this week also, Wednesday precisely, that the Fed will be meeting. Their 2 days meeting will start in moment from Wednesday, and that also will tell you the market. At the beginning, yesterday at market opening, we saw a mixed market, but this morning, on the strength of the earnings ahead of the Fed meeting that is coming this week, I see that market is also breathing out to be in a green position at this hour. And this is not only in mature market like US and the Europe market. You can see that Asia market is mixed, and then also in the African market was also in a mixed trend. Early this morning, we saw that the market down here in Nigeria, NGS, was in green before it turned red on the sell-off in stock of Teplat and others that that brought the market down this morning. But I believe that as we go into more trading today, or go trade proceed to in the afternoon, already in the midday here, you can see that market is also on a mixed trend in the kind of local market here. But for me, the trend we are seeing in the advanced market is also likely to also come down here in the local market, because we are seeing now that companies market is ready to react to companies' earnings, which everybody was surprised yesterday that the market opened the week with all the impressive number we saw during the week and the weekend. We didn't see market moving in that up direction, but market was made yesterday. The market also closed lower, but marginally 0.17. But I believe that as more PFAs and other continue to analyze these earnings and come and take position in the market, you might see a bit uptrend in this period, especially ahead of earnings season. And looking at after the election, we might see a stronger market that will come when a president has already been elected then, and we will be planning for economic reform. This might also trigger the market. But the good thing is that the market performance down here was seeing a positive number, which is also, for me, it says that the companies operating here, because these fundamentals are what we need. We know that yes, liquidity is a problem. So speak that the liquidity in the market is weak because of no interest rate hike and also measures they are taking. That's why also the player, which is the institutional investor, the smart money, are not in the market as well. That's why we are seeing low volume and low activities in the market. But the more this earnings is being looked on digest by these various investors and traders in the market. When they start coming back to the market, we might see a reverse in trend we are seeing. But investors should, for me, the earnings that come to us to boost, their confidence, and this confidence is what I believe that the market need. As earnings becoming stronger, we expect that in few days to come or weeks might see also an uptrend coming back, or see more position taking on the part of what the buyers taking advantage of the low price. Like I said earlier, as Fed meetings ahead, the range of between 50 to 75 basic point rate hike might also repeat itself in this time. But if it's reduced, that will be a boost for what? A boost for the market, and also the economy over there. Don't forget that there I've seen that the economy for that quarter was also a bit up, with recorded growth. These are the things that Fed will be looking also to kind of take decision on the whether to hike. But I believe that all eyes are now on the rate hike either today. But if as I said earlier, the UK Purchasing Manager Index release also will be released also later today to also give an insight after they have seen inflation going about almost 40 years, about 10.70. All eyes are also on what? On the Purchasing Manager Index for that domain. Like I said, oil price as this morning is also trading around the $94.57, $94.57 per barrel. You can see that this oil price continues to oscillate, and the more it oscillates, the more also trend and changing everywhere. And don't forget that what is happening, the weaker dollar, and at the same time, what is happening in China as this COVID-19 surgery case continue to increase up and down, and these are what these are also a major importer of oil. These are the trends that kind of influencing prices up and down. But I believe that with time, when it stabilize, and also give direction. But also don't forget that the OPEC also forecast, I said earlier, that that they expect to see price for demand increase by almost 10 to 15%. This is an outlook they are giving between now and Q1 in 2023. We believe that these are going to play out also in the market. As to speak, all the index in the US market are also in green, and that of Asia, Europe market are in green. Asia is mixed, and Africa, I've said, also is mixed. But Nigeria opened this morning, and as we speak now, it's in red. I'll give you reason why it's in red as we speak. And don't forget that the data also that's still coming, as we have seen. We're expected to see UK Purchasing Manager today. We also they released the Purchasing Manager for month of October down here, but we're seeing a flat word, a flat kind of let me not to contraction, but flat, as we see that the Purchasing Manager Index for the month of October stood at 53.6 points from 53.7. You can see this kind of a flat, or we see that it didn't go deep, it didn't go up. It should give a sign that what is happening, increasing headwind, in the economy, affecting the manufacturing sector and others. You can see how it's been. But the number that came to this to the market last week, and as I've seen even this morning, that these numbers are beyond market expectation, because of what we expect this part of this headwind. But we are seeing that it didn't reflect much on this number. But that's why there are some companies on the individual sector that some sectors and individual companies that are affected. But we believe that these numbers are giving us insight that we are seeing a better earning powers coming from this company, and that will be a boost at the end of the day for the market if this trend is sustained. I believe that investors should just start patient and also invest with knowledge, and that is why we're in this class, so that we can get that knowledge and invest wisely. If you come back and look at the numbers that were released that we discussed some yesterday, but today we want to look at some manufacturing sectors result to see how they are fared in this period that results were released to the market. And don't forget that the corporate action that were released so far in the market, all their qualification day and the qualification day which will go the price, qualification day and markdown date is in November. It tells you that already in that November. That's why I say mixed trend will continue in this month of November, because qualification day ahead of it we want to take after that sell off. That's why we see but the number of companies that have up toward to third quarter interim dividend has increased. But I see that what is called Okomo has come back after giving an interim dividend for second quarter. We are seeing Presco and more Mansard and others although are joining that third quarter interim dividend. These are others that will support this market up and down. But for today, we want to look at what happened in the in the consumer goods, and we're going to discuss few results from consumer goods. We have discussed earlier that of Cadbury, and to show that that Cadbury result was fantastic, which every one of us have seen now. But the numbers also include what we expect from Cadbury if that trend is sustained in the at the end of this last quarter. And don't forget, because this a period of seasonality, the last quarter of the year, this is my first quarter, there will be more demand for their work, more demand for their products. And if that happens, and able to also manage their costs, as I've seen, the impact of cost in their bottom line. If there's improvement in management, and also there was no other hike again in this November MPC, that would be a plus for that sector. But we'll discuss that of Cabri, I'll just run on it, just run arrow that. So I know that you have the figure already. For Cabri, we saw that the top line moved from 30.0 billion to around 42.5 billion. That represented about 41% up for the period. In that direction also, we saw that the PAT moved from 1.5 billion to 2.82 billion, representing about 86, and this is with earning per share of 1 naira 50 kobo as we speak. You can see this is huge. You can see what is happening there. The earnings is about 12.93, and you can see that the company, the place you know that the what we call high cost has really hit on them. If you look at the profit margin about 6.62, tells that the company is really being hit by what, by this high cost of operation as a result of energy cost and other related costs that is associated with what is happening in the economy today. Yes, we need to look at what the result of Nestle. Nestle result, I will tell you, this is a fantastic number too. It shows that this blue cheese company are really outstanding in this period. Why I say so, you can see that both Nestle top line and bottom line are in double digits. It's a good thing for the company. Then also you can see that the price are also remain a bit stable despite the other high cap stock going down, a lot of sell-off and other board. Don't forget also in Nestle we have seen the activities of institutional investor or the major shareholder increasing their stake. Let me do that one, not just investor. The main that has about 68 to 70% of has continued also to increase their stake in the past 2 years, buying in this stock, and the price that remains stable. I believe that they are also seeing potential in Nestle. That you as a trader or investor, you want to play kind of balance portfolio, you have kind of defensive stock so that you can weigh the market situation where you can see that you can also put form of to have a stable world price, and that way to manage your fund as a trader. You can see that the top line of Nestle moved from 261.59 billion to 333.47 billion. I will tell you that represents about 27.48. This is good. And also in the same vein, on the same direction, we saw that the PAT or the bottom line moved from 33.58 billion to 40.15 billion, projecting 19.56. That is 20% up. And the earning per share for third quarter is 50 naira 60 kobo. That is 50 naira 60 kobo for what, for third quarter. You can forecast that on this note, we expect to know around the 70 to 68 naira earning per share. And this company has gone ahead also to announce an interim dividend of 25 naira for shareholders of this company. This tells you that this is good for what, for investors in this in this company. For me, it's good one for investors to look at because of what, price stability, at the same time how they also have managed. If you look at also the profit margin for this period for Nestle, yes, 12.04. It's not too bad. I will tell you that, considering the cost of operation here and there, one has to also understand that this company has really improved their management. Not right for time, their management, that's of course has been on the top thought for me. I can this is a good one for Nestle. Let's also keep our finger crossed, but this is a good number for investors to look at. For those that are thinking where to put your money, I think this is another place you should also look at as investor to know exactly what to do. But if you go further and see what has happened in a brewery sector, it's also in that consumer sector. If you look at the result that came from Nigeria brewery, you can see that there's also a positive performance here, which I believe if it's sustained, for those that are interested in that company, I think this number is also pointing you where the stock is going. Despite there was some also companies in that sector that the result was missed, I can tell you this for me is a good one for Nigeria brewery. The top line moved from 309.28 billion to 393.45 billion. You can see this is about 27.21% up. And also we see that the profit after tax for this period moved from 8.21 billion to 8 from 8.21 billion to 14.56 14.76 billion, representing 79% up. Good one for Nigeria Brewery, and earning per share of 1 naira 70. I can see that this company declaring 40 kobo interim dividend. That's that earning per share as at the third quarter is about 1 naira 79 kobo. And at the end of the year, we are likely to see anything around the 2 naira 30 kobo or 2 naira 20 kobo. If possible, 250 is possible because of what this is the season. This last quarter, where you see that the demand for drinks where and there will be high, it is expected also to impact on what on their bottom line at the end of the day. But for me, it's a good one for Nigeria Brewery. You can see also what cost has done. Look at the profit margin, it's about just 3.7%. I'll tell you, this is very, very low. Can see what is happening and what on cost, impact of cost in this kind of company operation. And that is why you as a trader or investor need also to look carefully and look at these numbers and understand how they are faring, that it will also guide you what to do. So if you look at the number that came from flour mill, second quarter, that people are calling me about the flour mill results, I'll say that is a mixed result from flour mill. And like I said, with this second quarter earnings, yes, we have seen a decline in the profit after tax for flour mill, but that does not say that the company is bad. But don't forget the industry where they operating 0.58 billion. That is 32. That is a 30. That's what 37.8%, 10.30 billion to what to 8.16 billion. That's about 22.44% down, and that's also translate to 1 naira 99 kobo or 2 naira earning per share for what for half year. And that you can forecast from this 1 naira 99 kobo to to have about 4 naira or 450, depending on what happened in the rest remaining half of the year for this company that has March as year end. You can see that the numbers that came from my private sector, they are missed, but let's also hope that as things improve, you can see also the cost that I'm just telling you for profit margin for this company is just 1.13. You can see impact of cost, and that is why these numbers are missed. But the number that came from no Dangote Sugar, I'll tell you that number is very interesting one because of our time, and the one that came from Guinness was a missed number. We saw Guinness posting a number that is not too attractive for the first quarter. I know that Guinness has June as well as the end of the year. They don't read the first quarter, and that is a missed number. Just like what we saw in this flour mill, you can see that these numbers in the industry are missed. So what happened to what Unilever. That's why you need to also now to position your portfolio on the strength of these numbers you are seeing, especially if you are a dividend income investor. You really have to know exactly what is happening in the market. Yes, back to the market. Want to look at what is happening in the market now because of our time. Yes, we will have a little delay. We are starting, but let's look at what is the market doing at this moment. I told you earlier that the market opened up on a green direction in the early hour of the day, but later go back on sell off on high cap stocks like we saw the life of Steplat and others. But as we speak now, I think that the market is doing 43,763.77 point. This is the position of the market. Market is down in red now by 75.31, representing 0.18, down again this hour at this moment. And we can also say that the market breadth is also negative as we speak. We have 12 losers against 9 gainers at this moment. Tell you what is happening in the market again at this hour for our local market here. But if you look at the losers, you want to know Julius Berger and the Steplat are the one leading, almost 10%. Down. This two stock. One is selling for Julius is selling as to speak now 23 naira 45 kobo, and that of Steplat is 1,000 flat. They have lost almost 100 naira already. Then you can see Life of Charms and the Cornerstone and the Linkage. These are the top 5 losers in the market as we speak. Then you go to the gainers chart. We are seeing that NACO maintain a positive trend that we saw yesterday. NACO is gaining almost 4.9% up. We're seeing Regency Insurance up by also 4.something% up. And we're also seeing ICO in that trend. And we can see that low cap stocks or penny stock are the ones that are dominated gainers, the top 5 gainers today. Also seeing Japan Gold and the FTN Cocoa as also another gainer. And out of the 9 gainers, these are the top 5. Then if you go for volume to see the volume traded at this moment, we also notice that Access Corp is one leading the pack, in terms of highly traded volume stock at this moment. Those that are leading in what in active, when I mean active in volume, they are the one leading. You can see volume this stock. You can see the life of Transcorp, Access Corp, sorry, and followed by Sterling Bank. You can see UBA, then Unilever, and what and Transcorp. These are the top 5 as we speak. For us as investors or traders, as you're seeing the trend in the market, you'll be panicking or you have been afraid of. Yes, despite the positive earnings that the market have received so far, why that market is still on this mode. I will tell you that the continuing of portfolio reshuffling is ongoing and also sectoral rotation. Why do I say so? That of Seplat, yeah, this is the last quarter, and they paid 3 dividend, as usual, which also they pay. And the yield of the dividend they are paying for now, compared to what they will get in other stuff, you are seeing that people are moving to or investors, sorry, are moving to other sectors and individual stores that will give them a higher yield. Even those companies that the result of those companies are yet to be released, ahead. People are looking that from what they are seeing, they can even project what's likely to come at the end of the day. That is why, as a trader or investor, these are what will guide you now. Look at the P ratio of these companies. Look at the earning per share. For those especially want to look at dividend pay stock, look at the earning per share of this company, and from there you can now calculate what is the payout ratio of this company, what would the dividend be like, and at the same time, those that are looking for capital return will be looking at okay the P ratio at the same time what is the price prescription like. I always tell you that you must know where the price close and go and look at the high and low to know exactly where to be as a trader or investor. These are what will guide investors on what to do, or traders at this point. As I said, there's no cause for us to panic, but rather be patient. The major factor now is that we are not seeing liquidity in the market, and you know what? Why is no liquidity? Because of what? High interest rate. One, at the same time, the institutional investors are still looking at what is happening in the economy, looking at the inflation and all. I believe that when they start also doing their portfolio shuffling, as high interest rate is also a burden on the government to borrow. But I think that very soon there will be balancing of all this. That will also come to a place that we might see an upgrade, especially as the company maintain a positive trend. For this company, with the trend we are seeing, earnings, dividend likely to come from them. On that note, you don't need to panic. Yes, before we guys, we want to look at what is happening in Access Corp now. We want to look at Access, UBA, and their chart. We also consider what is also driving NACO. It's very, very important to know what is driving NACO. Once you know what is driving NACO, that will also guide us to know that NACO is going up and why is it going up. The chart will also reveal you why NACO is going up. That chart is what we want to look at the end of the day. Then also we want to also look at let's also look at how far will the Vega go down. Now we're seeing it just coming down. How far will it go down? These four stocks, we look at them with time parameters before, because since we didn't start exactly by 12, we have almost 4 minutes after 12, also extend our time to around 12:35. If you look at the chart already, I'll explain the market now. The market, as we speak, still making lower low. If you look at this point here, let me call the indicators we're going to use. Money flow. Look at you need to understand this, but I will still also go and look at the monthly performance so that we'll see what has happened in the month of October, where it is, and that also gives us a clue of what to do. Then if you are using your T line, you can use on multiple words or multiple time frame, so that it will help you to understand the decision you are taking. That's why we want to also use this hour to know exactly what we are doing and how to go about decision taking. And yes, passing then remain. Let's call our mention. Yeah, you can see it here. This is our chart now. Money flow. Oh, sorry, I did money flow. I mistakenly delete money flow. Let's put the money flow in here. Very, very important. You must know how fund is flowing to guide us exactly. Okay. See, if you look at the chart now, you can see that the market on a day chart, you can see that market is still trading. You can see here, it's not to say form of like trending here, but still as we speak, the market is marginally in red. Let's look at it together. I see that the market is slightly in red here. You need to see, you can see it here. The market is like trending on it from here to here. Market has remained below the T line, even when it tries to come up. See, but this is a sign of what we call a reversal sign. But this morning, that if it has moved go up, consider also maintaining a flat position and in red as we speak. These are the things also to understand when you are trading. You know where the market is. If you come back here and say, let's look at the market, one more chart for the market. Is a month chart for the market. You can see that the market has for many months now has been on a decline for almost 5 months, and the which month is the any season, the any month. Like imagine the month that any hit the market lost most, and that drop the all the gains the market gathered in 5 months, 6 months. The last month of October, we saw that market break down from almost 74, 47,000 47,000 mark down to what almost 43 now as well today. I see the kind of movement we're seeing. But I believe that as all eyes are still on earnings and we're seeing a positive manager index report across the globe gradually, we believe that that also guide. Yeah, despite that they are missed, but the guide to see that this company performance we're seeing might be also sustained in this last quarter of the year. We have seen the market performance for the month of October and where we are today. I see that still very slight for us to know, but let's keep our eyes in the market as traders and investors. It's not time for us to panic at all, but rather go our position clearly and watch, especially where you see that there's potential, but where you notice that you can hit your stop loss. Like I always say, stop loss is like decision taking. When we are buying, they really cut your loss to protect, especially for those that are traders. For investors, you can think of averaging down on those stop, but for we that are traders, I will always advise you once you hit your stop loss, get out and move where you can see potential recovery and also stay there. But if you look at on a 1 hour chart for the index now, we're seeing that index has almost tested the T line, but unable to cross now. You can see still below the T line. You can see the volume here is a bit up or red, and you can see that there's a proving momentum here. But money flow on a 1 hour chart has also turned up slightly. But if you go to a day chart, you can see that the money flow is still looking down. But you can see, that's why you need to look at all these components. I will also check the month chart, but I didn't look at the weekly. Let me look at the weekly for the market before we move to this individual stock that we just mentioned. For one, let's look at 1 week performance. That will tell you Tuesday to Tuesday. If you look at this you can see there's on a weekly chart, you can see that there's a little improvement. You can see that the market at over sold region already. Looking at this chart here, this consumer commodity channel index says that I also try to do sign. But watch, there is still volume coming up here. This for the weekly. Need to also keep our finger crossed in this regard. It's very, very important that in all that we're doing, always watch the market to get the money flow. You can see that it's down, down fast on the weekly chart. That's why we need to also look at this to guide you to know exactly where the market is going. This is the fourth day of the month of November. Let's keep our finger crossed. But for stock, like I mentioned, we look at what is happening in Access Corp. Now let's go quickly to Access and see Access most of our time. What is happening in Access Corp? We need to also look at it now quickly most of our time. Yes, on a day chart, you can see there is a little improvement here this hour. After the stock, you can see the stock trying to rebound this Access Corp. For me, it's a good one. Now trading slightly above the T line after being below the line for like 4 days. We are seeing that trying to come up. We are seeing a buying position. You can see it here on this level, but still has not crossed above 785, 790. That's what we are seeing here. But I tell you, all the momentum indicators and money flow are pointing that funds are entering the stock. And don't forget that the numbers are not looking bad. You can see improvement in this chart for Access Bank. you look at access mark chart formation, you can still see there is hope there. And also if you look at the 1 hour chart, the 1 hour chart is missed at this time. You can see for the last 3 hours it was green, but 1 hour time, last past 1 hour, I can see that turn red again. I see that money flow is looking down and the money is also looking down gradually. These are the things you need to keep your eyes now and watch this market now. But for me, a day chart for the stock remain good. Let's quickly look at the UBA chart. These are these are good banks with strong numbers that will also attract your attention. Like I said yesterday, the police sector can see that the index is making an uptrend and some move is this banking sector index, and that's why that I said kind of a profit taking yesterday. But I believe that there's potential when the PFA start coming back or the fund managers. These are sectors they know that they are consistent in dividend payment and they're likely to come back. That's why you have to position ahead of them coming back to meet you in the market. But if you look at UBA on the 1 hour chart, you can see that the last 2 hours UBA is green, and we are seeing a change in momentum coming up and also in money flow for a 1 hour chart for UBA. Good one. Let's look at NACO. Let's look at what is happening in NACO. NACO is where we should look at this one. Then NACO quickly look at Julius Berger to see how far that stock can go before coming down. On the 1 hour chart, I'm only seeing kind of remember in this class we have discussed this 1 hour chart. The more the price action is far from the T line, it's a sign for you to start taking profit. For those that have seen this value on the 1 hour chart, should have at this point take profit. That's why live chart is very good to let you know what is happening as we speak now. The last 1 hour, you can see that the stock is also trying to come forward on a sell position. That means profit taking going on sell pressure already. You can see it has also reflected in this the momentum indicator. But money flow is still flat on that left side. That fund is still there. That's why you need to put your T line above the T line, but still know how to take profit at the right time. But if you come to 1 hour, a day chart is still not very, very strong. Everything is looking good on a day chart. But 1 hour will give you what is about to happen for you to take action. Now, what I can see that it's selling up above the T line. You can see it here where it is almost once you break out this level, another rally will continue. But don't forget that it has gone outside of almost 7 to 8 naira, 9 naira before. Once 8 naira before, once able to come back out at this level again, from here to here has been on a kind of a continuation level. But once able to break it out now, that will also bring out a new trend. But you can see that the momentum is positive and money flow is still looking up and good for what for NACO. But don't be carried away. If you are there, take profit and also find your way. Julius Berger. Last one we're looking at is Julius Berger. Let me use JB. Julius Berger is the last one we're looking at now. You can't see Julius Berger here. Okay, let me JB. Yes, this is Julius Berger, Nigeria. You can see it here. The the chart. The chart, you can see the chart because of the movement. You can see how it look like. The stock that remain either flat for week 3 weeks before it make move. But speak now, the last you can see the coverage we are seeing a bearish engulfing now. Here, you can see that this one, covering this one already, and that is that the bear are almost taking over the bull here. That's why you've seen a bearish engulfing, bullish, bearish engulfing here, and you can see that the the momentum is also getting oversold region already, and money flow is looking down on the stock. We need to also see. Let's look at the 1 hour chart before we call this day. On the 1 hour chart, you can see that it's trading far below what the T line here. You can see it. I can see volume and momentum is also moving down towards oversold return. Any reversal at this point could also be good. On the number that's come, and see that the number is not bad. Also, let's keep our finger crossed for dividend payment. These stocks will say that what they paid last year, if they maintain it, that would also be very good at the price they are selling. Yes, I'll say keep your your keep focused in the market. Don't panic. And like I say, also take informed decision based on what on fundamental tech analysis. Don't panic. Anything you are taking, you know why you are in the market. That will be also a guide for you to know why you are in the market. That why you're in the market should also tell you the kind of stocks or sectors or industry should be as a trader. There's no cause for alarm. I think the market is just presenting opportunity for us to accumulate and also to do what we call portfolio shuffling and also sectoral rotation from where we see that where that company is not doing well, move to where there's prospect of what for better performance and support the price. Because once liquidity come back to the market, those components that you are seeing now will go that will give the rebound. And if you are in them, you also be smiling to bank. I would say thank you for your time.